Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 11th through the 17th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Page of Swords. Kind of taking it easy, one day at a time type of a thing. Okay. Yeah, not a lot of spiked up energies for now. In the recent past, the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, the High Priestess. Really feeling good about something here. I think it has to do with somebody else, whatever this is. I think there's another energy in there, but really feeling good about something. Okay, we'll see. In the current situation, the Three of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. This is where you're showing me a sense of stability over a connection, potentially. But then there's an element of distance in the middle there. So I don't know what to do with that. But we shall see. In the immediate future, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Change, resistance to change is showing up here. Potentially, especially towards your stability. There's some changes at play, maybe. And then there's some resistance to that. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let me do the Page of Swords. For the Page of Swords, you get the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it feels like you're progressing, you're doing something, and then there's progress there. It's kind of slow and steady, but you're a little concerned. I don't know if you're concerned about, 10 steps ahead, kind of a concern. Like what's going to happen when I reach that point, or about where you're at with it. I don't know. Let's do the Ace of Wands in the recent past. The Three of Cups, the Fool, the Two of Wands. Ah, you definitely felt really good about something that has to do with another energy. And not only did you feel good about it, I feel like you went all in. It's like, yeah, something's not only feeling good, but let's do this, type of a thing. But then there's a sudden break to it. Let me see the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Four of Cups. Yeah, something does feel good. When you put these two energies together, yours and whoever, it feels good. There's something off about it, and I can't put my finger on it. What is it? What's in the middle there that doesn't allow for the flow to flow? Let me do the High Priestess. The Emperor, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. 100% in. We're doing this. So initially, it's like putting these energies together, and then it builds up into, let's start working on the foundation of this. So it gets serious, Okay. And over there, I see you being 100% in. Like, yeah, we're doing this, We're building that foundation. For the Three of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords. Is it the loss of passion, the loss of investment, emotional investment here that feels like it's a little not here anymore, in the way that it used to be, at least? And that should be quite normal, because again, we've moved from the butterfly stage to the, hey, we're working on this now, we're building a foundation. So the butterflies are not going to be felt in the same way anymore. But is that a concern, like, yeah, but, you know, or is it just a recognition of, yeah, things changed a little bit? For the Five of Pentacles, you got the Two of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. No, but you need that. That's the thing. Because you're coming through saying, yeah, but I need that to keep things into check, to keep things into balance. Because if that's gone, then why are we doing this to begin with? Building on this foundation and we're not emotionally invested in it anymore, then why are we doing this? Just because? Because we have to? Because, you know. So you need that as an ingredient to this. And that's the little bit of distance or space that I'm feeling in between here. It's not just, oh, I miss the butterflies. There's more to it than that. You're saying, for this to work, we need to have that emotional investment to it as well. We can't lose that. Because if we lose that, then we're building on nothing. And I think you're right. You know, you're showing me the scales of it, and you take away the emotional aspect, the scale really goes off. So for the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Strength card, the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you could just go ahead and do it for the sake of it, where you still build on the foundation, but you're not feeling it. And then, so, okay, you did it. And then what? You know? I think you're the one that's saying, hey, that's important. That's an important ingredient. Because I could very well do this, yes. I could just do it because I committed to it. But then if we reach that place in which we finish the foundation, but we have nothing to feel it with, then what do we got? You know? Interesting. Let's do the King of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles. You're very driven here, very perseverant, very driven, very determined. You're working on something here. This has to do with your stability. Very driven type of an energy. Let's do the Seven of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords. As driven as you are, you're not very open to the changes that might show up, though. Because I do see some changes showing up on whatever it is you're working on, you know. And those seem to be good changes. They seem to be, you know, like, yeah, nice ideas. It could contribute in a nice way here. But that sense of drive could turn into stubbornness. And it could keep you quite closed off to this one singular path that would work for this. So, I don't know. I see you shutting down any type of other options than the one your drive takes you on. And it might not turn out in the best way for you. It might not bring the best results for you if you don't keep yourself open to potential changes, potential stuff coming in to contribute here. You might get fixated here on one path and that's it. And I don't think you want that. I don't know. For the Seven of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Four of Wands, the Sun, the Two of Swords. Kind of coming through with the sense of stress-free life type of a thing. Is this the part in which, in the current situation, you are losing that emotional investment to this? It's not that you lose it, it's still there. We get caught up into things sometimes that, okay, so I'm going to do something that I feel really, really good about it, and I love it. I can't wait to do it. And then you start doing it, and it becomes so autopilot-like that we forget why we're doing it in the first place, and we're not necessarily feeling much for it, but we still do it. Is this the part in which you missed this? Even though you're the one that's requiring it and says that's important, that's an important aspect to this. But did you still lose it? And then kind of found yourself in a place of, hey, Let's work on things from the most practical way possible, and we'll just create a job out of this, or we'll kind of make it go on autopilot, and that's that. And then at the end of it, it hits you that, oh, I lost the feeling of it. Fuck, what do I do now? Because I still see you not necessarily acknowledging that. Like, somebody here is missing the point. Whether it's you or somebody you're connected to, but somebody is missing the point because they have missed it without wanting to, because they're the ones that wanted to bring it in to begin with, to still carry the point. If I were to ask you here, towards the end of this immediate future energy, hey, why are you doing this? Why, like, do you love it? Do you, like, why are you here? Why are you doing this? You would probably answer something like, because I have to. And that's exactly what you are trying to avoid over there. And this is still, you're in the middle of these energies of, when you look like you're in the middle of losing that emotional investment here. So you can very much prevent all of this from going down like this. If you want to, if you choose to. Because then it just becomes, okay, it's almost like a job. Like you're doing it because you have to. Like, well, I started it, so I might as well finish it. Okay, and when you get there to the end of it, what's your satisfaction? Oh, there is none, just because, I started it and now it's done. Check. Oh, great. So pay attention to this energy. Try to keep your heart in the game as much as possible, because otherwise you'll just get to this place in which you will get to the end of it and you will kind of look around and say, why did I do this to begin? Where's my, I'm not feeling shit. You know what I mean? So I don't think you want to get there, because otherwise you wouldn't present these energies like these to begin with. Let me see. From the universe for you as a final advice, the Nine of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Swords. That would be the result of something like this, transpiring like this. You lose your heart from this. It's going to end up feeling like quite the stressful, having to show up every time for this. You don't even know why at the end of the day. It's not going to feel pretty. And that's exactly what you're trying to avoid. So for that to happen, for you to keep your heart in the game, you need to just be a little more aware, and if you find yourself any day that you're doing this in this autopilot type of a mode, bring yourself back to your heart, and look it up in there. See, hey, does this still have importance in my heart, not in my mind? So just a sense of awareness and a sense of remembering why this is important to you, whatever this is. And I do feel like it includes another energy, potentially that one from the past there. But I feel like this is your journey through it, So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.